Hello students, in today's video I will be posting another important question for those who are preparing for PUC supplementary examination. Today's video is about a 10-mark question. In the coming days also I will be uploading a few more videos. Please do check my videos daily, and those seeing the channel without subscribing, please do subscribe and share it with your friends, and also click the bell button to receive notification whenever I upload new videos. So without wasting time, let us move on to the video. So today's question is a very important 10-mark question. Sketch the life and teachings of Gautama Buddha. So the question, as you can see, is in two parts: life and teachings. So when you write the answer, you have to answer it in two parts. First part will be about the life of Gautama Buddha, and second part about the teachings. So let us see. So first is introduction. We are going to write about the life of Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha was the founder of Buddhism. He was born at Lumbini Garden in 563 BCE. So the first main point is the birthplace of Buddha. He was born at Lumbini Garden in 563 BCE. His early name was Siddhartha. Gautama Buddha's early name was Siddhartha. His parents were King Shuddhodana and Queen Maya Devi. Maya Devi died when Siddhartha was a child of 7 days, and he was taken care by his aunt Mahaprajapati Gautami. So when Siddhartha was a small child of just 7 days, his mother passed away, and later he was taken care by his aunt Mahaprajapati Gautami. He married Princess Yashodhara at the age of 16, and they had a son named Rahula. So that is Siddhartha married Princess Yashodhara, and they had a son named Rahula. So basic information about the life of Gautama Buddha, that is, he was a founder of Buddhism. He was born at Lumbini Garden in 563 BC. His early name was Siddhartha. His parents were King Shuddhodana and Queen Maya Devi. Maya Devi died when Siddhartha was a child of 7 days, and later he was taken care by his aunt Mahaprajapati Gautami. He married Princess Yashodhara at the age of 16, and they had a son named Rahula. According to Jataka stories, Siddhartha saw 4 scenes during his walk which changed his life. Now let us move on to what was the incident which changed the life of Siddhartha. So according to Jataka stories, Siddhartha, while he was going for an evening walk, he saw 4 scenes which changed his life. Now let us see what were those 4 scenes. He saw an old man, a sick man, a funeral procession, and a sage. So what were the 4 scenes? First he saw an old man, then he saw a sick man, that is a person with some disease. Then he saw a funeral procession, that is a dead body being taken for cremation. And last he saw a sage or a sannyasi. Siddhartha saw only sorrows and sufferings in the first 3 scenes, and he found happiness in the 4th. So in the first 3 scenes, that is old man, sick man and funeral procession, he saw only sorrows and sufferings. There was only sadness in the first 3 scenes. But he found happiness in the 4th. What was the 4th scene? It was a sage or a sannyasi who had given up worldly life. He had given up everything in this world. He was a sannyasi. Siddhartha decided to renounce worldly life. So seeing this, Siddhartha decided to renounce or give up worldly life. He left his wife, child, parents and kingdom and went out to find the root cause of all the sorrows. So seeing this sannyasi, Siddhartha understood that he has to renounce everything and he has to find out the cause of sorrows. So for that he left his wife, child, parents and kingdom, and he went out to find the root cause of the sorrows. This incident in which Siddhartha gave up everything is called as the Great Renunciation. Siddhartha attained enlightenment under a peepal tree at Gaya at the age of 35. So, after meditating for long at the age of 35, Siddhartha attained enlightenment under a peepal tree. From that time, he was known as Buddha, meaning the enlightened one. So, Siddhartha from that time came to be called as Buddha, meaning the enlightened one. He was also called as Tathagata, that is the one who realized the truth. So he was called as Buddha, meaning enlightened one. He was also called as Tathagata, that is the one who realized the truth. So Siddhartha saw 4 scenes in his life. That is what changed his life. He saw an old man, a sick man, a funeral procession, and a sage or a sannyasi. In the first 3 scenes, he only saw sorrow and suffering, and in the last and the 4th scene, he saw happiness. Siddhartha decided to renounce worldly life. He left his wife, child, parents, and kingdom, and he started to go out to find the root cause of all sorrows. This incident is known as the Great Renunciation. Siddhartha attained enlightenment under a peepal tree at Gaya, and from that time he was known as Buddha, meaning the enlightened one. He was also called as Tathagata, that is the one who realized the truth. After this, Buddha delivered his first speech in the deer park near Sarnath. So after this, Buddha started moving around to spread his teachings, and he delivered his first speech in the deer park near Sarnath. This was called as Dharma Chakra Pravartana, and the symbol of Buddhism is Dharma Chakra. So delivering his first speech was called as Dharma Chakra Pravartana, and the symbol of Buddhism is Dharma Chakra. Buddha's personality and simplicity attracted people towards Buddhism. He attained Parinirvana at Kushinagara in UP at the age of 80. That is, he passed away at Kushinagara in Uttar Pradesh at the age of 80. Edwin Arnold calls him the light of Asia. So he is called as the light of Asia by Edwin Arnold. So Buddha delivered his first speech in the deer park near Sarnath, and that is called as Dharma Chakra Pravartana. Symbol of Buddhism is Dharma Chakra, and Buddha's personality and simplicity attracted people towards Buddhism. He attained Parinirvana at Kushinagara in Uttar Pradesh, and Edwin Arnold calls him the light of Asia. Buddha's birthday is famous as Buddha Purnima. Actually, it is said that his birth, death, and enlightenment all falls on Purnima day, and his birthday is famous as Buddha Purnima. So this much points we have to write about the life of Buddha. So next we will come to the second part of the answer, that is the teachings of Buddha. Buddha preached 4 basic principles. So the first part of the teaching is the 4 basic principles preached by Buddha. That is Satya, truthfulness; Ahimsa, non-violence; Asteya, non-stealing; and Brahmacharya, chastity. So the 4 basic principles preached by Buddha were Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya, and Brahmacharya. He also preached 4 noble truths. Other than the 4 basic principles, he preached 4 noble truths. First one, worldly life is full of sorrows. So after seeing the 4 scenes, he realized these 4 noble truths. That is, worldly life is full of sorrows. Desire is the root cause for sorrows. Our desire or our want for things is the root cause for sorrows. When desire ceases, rebirth ceases. That is, when desire stops, rebirth also stops. And desire can be overcome by following Ashtanga Marga. So how to control desire? It can be controlled by following Ashtanga Marga. So these were the 4 noble truths preached by Buddha. Worldly life is full of sorrows. Desire is the root cause for sorrows. When desire ceases, rebirth ceases. Desire can be overcome by following Ashtanga Marga. So Buddha's teachings, first we start with the 4 basic principles: Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya, Brahmacharya. Then we say about the four noble truths, that is, worldly life is full of sorrows, desire is the cause for sorrow, desire stops, rebirth stops, and desire can be overcome by following Ashtanga Marga. Now what are the points included in Ashtanga Marga? Ashtanga Marga means 8 principles. Ashta means 8. So let us see which were the 8 principles. Right faith, right thought, right speech, right conduct, right effort, right meditation, right livelihood, and right mindfulness. These are the points included in Ashtanga Marga. So Ashtanga Marga consists of right faith, right thought, right speech, right conduct, right effort, right meditation, right livelihood, and right mindfulness. Buddha gave importance to conduct, not rituals and sacrifice. So according to Buddha, our actions or conduct is important, not our rituals or sacrifices. He was against caste system and he advocated equality, and he did not refer to God. So Buddha was against caste system. He said that everyone are equal, and he did not refer to God. Buddha admitted both men and women of all castes to his Sangha. So there was complete equality in his religion, and he admitted men and women of all castes to his Sangha. So all these are the points to be included in the life and teaching of Buddha. So Ashtanga Marga, we saw, consists of 8 principles. Buddha gave importance to conduct and not rituals and sacrifice. He was against caste system and advocated equality. He did not refer to God, and Buddha admitted men and women to his Sangha from all castes. So when an essay comes about life and teaching of Buddha, you have to start with the introduction, that is basically about his life, his birthplace, parents, wife. Then you have to continue about what changed his life. In that you have to say about the 4 scenes which changed his life. Then about the great renunciation, where he left everything and went for meditation. Then how he got enlightenment. After enlightenment, what did he do, his delivering of his speech at Sarnath, and finally about his parinirvana or his death. After that you have to write about his teachings. In his teachings we start with the 4 basic principles. After that, the second point, we write about the 4 noble truths preached by Buddha, and then how to control the desire, that is Ashtanga Marga. So what are included in Ashtanga Marga, and we end the answer. So all these are the points regarding life and teachings of Buddha. This is a very important essay question. It is repeated many times. So please learn this question thoroughly, point wise. Next video will be coming very soon. By that time you can also refer to the exam preparation videos in this channel. There's a separate playlist for that. In that I have uploaded many important questions. I have given the link to that playlist in the description box and also in the end card. I hope to see you all soon in the next video. Thank you for watching.